Mic check 1, 2, 3. First qualifier today, set to go. Off stride is the 2. Better double down. Well back there as well. We have one towards the back. That's the 7 Highland Delight. The others are off and pacing, and kicking away well from the center is going to be Win Sun Charlotte. Win Sun Charlotte out to strike the early lead. Side Effects is going to move up into second, and then following will be Sugar Pie Honey into third. That one will land in front of Forest Leia, who got away in fourth. Away from the rail was Ma Baker, who was in fifth, and we're going back to Dream Shot, followed by Better Double Down, and well back to the one before the start that just didn't really want to go, Highland Delight, as we race by the opening quarter in 29-1. So off that 29-1 opening quarter here, loose on the lead, that is the 5, Win Sun Charlotte. This daughter of Better Than Cheddar is leading it by about 7 lengths as they straighten up through the backstretch. Side Effects is in second. Sugar Pie Honey, content to track that one in third. Tightening up in fourth is Forest Leia. And then getting a little closer to the nearest rival fifth, that's going to be Mob Baker, followed by Dream Shot, then to Better Double Down. So Win Sun Charlotte still all by herself by the half in 58-1. She went the second quarter a little bit quicker there, 29 seconds flat. On to the far turn. Win Sun Charlotte still leading it. She was 2 for 10 in her rookie campaign. In second and chipping away at the gap, that is Side Effects. Inside third, Sugar Pie Honey stays to the rail. Move to the outside, Forest Leia is looking to advance. Ma Baker, in her qualifying debut, is racing fifth, followed then by Dream Shot, then do Better Double Down. Three-quarter time, 1:27.4. So the Pacers get to the top of the stretch. Win Sun Charlotte was all by herself for pretty much 3/4 of a mile, and now she'll be confronted, and we'll see if she can turn them away. Win Sun Charlotte responds here as Wah gets her to keep that lead. Sugar Pie Honey is trying to split on through. It is Side Effects on the outside, then to Forest Leia, but Win Sun Charlotte is almost home. Sugar Pie Honey up into second. Win Sun Charlotte goes the distance. Sugar Pie Honey was second, third was Side Effects, and fourth was Forest Leia, 1:56.3. Gate is rolling for our second qualifier as the trotters are lining up. It's a field of 5. Inside out, we have Looks Like a Muscle, the Pinball Wizard, PL Rainbow Dash, Highland Kismet, and Hasty Bid. Starting gate picking up speed, and here they come for qualifier number 2. And they're off and trotting, and PL Rainbow Dash is going to push forward. Highland Kismet to match to look to work around. Hasty Bid crossing over into 3rd. The Pinball Wizard gets away in 4th and Looks Like a Muscle will then trail them racing 5th. So Highland Kismet does go out to the lead here for trainer driver Mark Etzel. It'll be Highland Kismet taking them to the opening quarter. PL Rainbow Dash, the 4-year-old mare, will race in 2nd. Hasty Bid is there 3rd. 4th is the Pinball Wizard. Looks Like a Muscle is 2.5 lengths off that rival. 29-1 was the opening quarter. So it is the season debut, the 4-year-old debut for Highland Kismet. Made over $700,000 last year in a very strong 3-year-old season. Impressive winner of last year's Good Times, and a strong 3-year-old season. We'll look to build off of that here at 4. Gets to show the way. Racing in 2nd is PL Rainbow Dash. Hasty Bid in his 2nd qualifier of the season. 3 lengths off the lead in 3rd. The Pinball Wizard 4th and 5th is Looks Like a Muscle. 58-3. That was the half-mile time. It's Highland Kismet onto the far turn. PL Rainbow Dash still there 2nd. Right on that one's helmet 3rd is Hasty Bid. 4th is the Pinball Wizard. 5th is Looks Like a Muscle. So Highland Kismet midway around that far turn does the road work here this morning as PL Rainbow Dash gets a 2-hole ride, and Hasty Bid stays right behind that 1/3. Couple of lengths into the Pinball Wizard. Looks Like a Muscle. 127-1 was the 3-quarter time. So stepping it up there, 28-3 in the 3rd quarter, and Highland Kismet is into the stretch. It's Highland Kismet trying to get away on PL Rainbow Dash. Hasty Bid comes to the outside, an 1/8 of a mile to go. Highland Kismet still there. PL Rainbow Dash. Hasty Bid on the outside. Highland Kismet trying to go all the way. Hasty Bid now getting up into 2nd from PL Rainbow Dash, but it's a good-looking season debut for Highland Kismet. Wins it by a 1.5 from Hasty Bid. PL Rainbow Dash 3rd. 155 flat for Highland Kismet. Qualifier number 3, getting ready to go. 3-year-old Pacers from the inside out. I'm a Poppy Hanover, Tito and Cheddar, DA Loveboat, Boxer Sealster, and Crack Shot. Field of 5 picking up speed. Here they come for the third. And they're off and pacing. 5 across in the opening moments here, and we'll see who comes away with the early advantage. DA Loveboat split on out through the middle, and Crackshot from the outside will forge ahead. So Crackshot will get out to the lead from DA Loveboat in second. Meanwhile, Boxer Sealster gets away third. Then it is Tito and Cheddar, and I'm a Poppy Hanover will race fifth. They quickly get into single file order here, and Crackshot gets to show the way. It's Crackshot and McNair to the opening panel. It's going to come up on the board in 28 and 1. Crackshot the leader as they'll move to the backstretch. DA Loveboat riding in second. Third is Boxer Sealster. Fourth is Tito and Cheddar, and I'm a Poppy Hanover is in fifth. So it's Crackshot, the son of Better's Delight, who shows them up the backstretch here. The winner of last year's OSS Super Final was also the grassroots champion. Pulled off that double, over $238,000 earned, and it is his first local qualifier of the season, third qualifier overall. Racing in second is DA Loveboat, who took that impressive mark of 148 and 4 last year as a rookie. Gets to ride second. 59 seconds was the half-mile time, so they were back down 30 and 4 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Boxer Sealster, who made over $200,000 in his rookie campaign, is there in third, and then it's 2 lengths to Tito and Cheddar, who is in fourth, and fifth around the far turn, I'm a Poppy Hanover. So they step it up now. 2-length lead here for Crackshot. Second is DA Loveboat, Boxer Sealster third. Tito and Cheddar, I'm a Poppy Hanover. 3-quarter time was 1:27 and 4, 28 and 4 in the third quarter. And as they're into the stretch, it's Crackshot leading it. Crackshot coming out a little wide here. In second, though, is DA Loveboat, and getting a little steppy there third. That is Boxer Sealster. Meanwhile, Tito and Cheddar follows that one, and I'm a Poppy Hanover. So Crackshot looks like he's going to go all the way here out into the center of the track, but it will be Crackshot who goes the distance. Finishing in second was DA Loveboat as they were sprinting on home. Boxer Sealster was third. Tito and Cheddar fourth, and I'm a Poppy Hanover fifth. 154 and 3, 26 and 4 was the final quarter. Starting gate is rolling. Fourth qualifier today. 3-year-old trotter is lining up. Scratch the number 4 Medley Sealster. It'll be a field of 7. Inside out, we have Southwind Milk, Foxy Amy, Mona Lishi, Highland Starburst, Heaven's Fire, Gravenhurst, and Pierre in Paris. Off stride is number 8, Pierre in Paris. Here they come for the fourth. And they're off and trotting. Mona Lishi from post 3. Going forward, but the quickest is Gravenhurst from the outside as that one leaves out to the top. Making a break in the opening strides was the 6 Heaven's Fire. So to the lead goes Gravenhurst. Mona Lishi getting away in second. Third is Foxy Amy. Fourth will be Southwind Milk. Then going to Highland Starburst. And then it is back to the breakers as that'll be Heaven's Fire and Pierre in Paris. To the opening panel in a time of 28-4. That's courtesy of Gravenhurst. It's Gravenhurst who leads it. Mona Lishi following in second, and then a gap of about 8 lengths back to Foxy Amy in third. Fourth into the backstretch, that's going to be Southwind Milk. Then in fifth is Highland Starburst, and then it's another 25 lengths going back to Heaven's Fire, and off stride again is Pierre in Paris. So as they move up towards the midway point, Gravenhurst, the son of Muscle Mass, leads it, but not much longer. Coming around will be Mona Lishi. They were by the half in 57-3. So Mona Lishi has now moved up to the top here, loops to the lead, and it's Mona Lishi who starts to get away on Gravenhurst. Off stride in third went Foxy Amy. Foxy Amy has made a break, so Southwind Milk's going to move up a spot, and so too will Highland Starburst. So Mona Lishi, the winner of last year's Peaceful Way, she made over $500,000 in her rookie season. This is her third qualifier of the year, and she leads by 5-6 lengths at 3/4 in 125-4. So Mona Lishi swings into the stretch here as she tries to put in a good effort here this morning, and she is well on her way to that, coming to the 8th pole. Gravenhurst is in second. Southwind Milk trying to catch up to that one along with Highland Starburst. But we'll focus in here on Mona Lishi coming down to the wire as Mona Lishi continues to prep for her 3-year-old campaign. The daughter of Green Man Lishi wins it, finishing in second. That is going to be Southwind Milk, followed by Highland Starburst. And then Gravenhurst was fourth. 154-4 for Mona Lishi. The gates moved into position for qualifier number 5. 3-year-old Pacers. As a group of 6 fillies are lining up. From the inside out, we have Call You Up, Charlotte Station, Tall Dark Lady, Macapello Sealster, One for My Baby, and Chantilly. Starting gate to the top of the stretch. The field of 6 is all set. 3-year-old pacing fillies for qualifier number 5. And the raw fan pacing. One for My Baby. Showing some early speed as her stablemate Chantilly from the outside is moving on up. Meanwhile, Tall Dark Lady gets away in 3rd. Macapello Sealster lines up 4th. Charlotte Station's 5th, and Call You Up is in 6th. So Chantilly goes out to the top here and will come down to the pylons to lead her stablemate One for My Baby by a little more than a length and a half. Tall Dark Lady in 3rd. 4th then is Macapello Sealster, followed by Charlotte Station and Call You Up. 29 and 4 was the opening quarter. So it's Chantilly up front here, One for My Baby, looking to stick right along with her as they move up the backstretch. Tall Dark Lady, 3 lengths away there in 3rd. Macapello Sealster in 4th. Charlotte Station 5th. And Call You Up is 6th. Going to be no change in order here through the second quarter. And it is Chantilly, last year's Horse of the Year, her second qualifier of the season. And she leads it by the midway point in 59 and 1. So the second quarter was paced in 29 and 2, and heading on to the far turn, it's Chantilly, the daughter of Big Jim, by a length and a half. One for My Baby there in 2nd. 3rd is Tall Dark Lady. In 4th is Macapello Sealster, and that one is right on the nearest rival's back. Then we're going to Charlotte Station and Call You Up. Chantilly coming to 3 quarters by a length and a half on One for My Baby. 3-quarter time was 128 and 2, 29 and 1 in the 3rd quarter. So into the stretch, and Chantilly certainly is going to be sprinting on home now, as it's Chantilly coming to the 8th pole, starting to get away from the stablemate One for My Baby. Tall Dark Lady is in 3rd. 4th is Macapello Sealster, then to Charlotte Station and Call You Up. So Chantilly takes off in the final quarter. She sprints on home to take another qualifier here today. It's Chantilly through the line, winning it. 2nd was One for My Baby. Tall Dark Lady was 3rd, and 4th was Macapello Sealster. 155 flat for Chantilly. Qualifier number 6 as the gates in motion, 3 and 4-year-old trotters. A field of 8 inside out, PL Stevie, Speed of Sound, Timol Emerald, Stovid, Supergirl Molly, Ocean View Rumors, Extended Session, and JG's Pal. Well back, number 7, Extended Session. The others set to go for the 6th. They're off and trotting, and it's Stovid going to shoot out from the middle for McNair. On the outside, JG's Pal also flashing some speed inside away from the rail. That's PL Stevie. That first timer is going to get away in third. Off stride went the 2, Speed of Sound. Moving around that rival will be Supergirl Molly. On the outside's Ocean View Rumors. To that one's left is Timol Emerald as we're into the first turn. So out to the lead is JG's Pal, who had that outside starting spot. Clear by a couple of lengths to the opening quarter. Stovid in second. PL Stevie is third. 30 and 2 was the opening split. Trotters will come out of the first turn. They follow JG's Pal. Meanwhile, Stovid is second. Third is PL Stevie. Then in fourth, that's going to be Supergirl Molly. Fifth up the backstretch is Timol Emerald. Ocean View Rumors, 2 lengths behind that one. And then it's about 15 lengths going back to Speed of Sound. Well out of it is Extended Session. Nearing the midway point, and it's the 4-year-old JG's Pal who does lead it. Second is Stovid as they come by the half in a time of a minute flat. So they went 29 and 3 in the second quarter, and the Trotters will head to the far turn. JG's Pal continues to lead it. Stovid is second, 2 lengths back to the Muscle Mass filly PL Stevie third. Fourth into the far turn, Supergirl Molly. Fifth is Timol Emerald. Sixth is Ocean View Rumors, and then back to Speed of Sound and Extended Session, the last one. It's a 2-length lead up front here for JG's Pal, and JG's Pal, the veteran in this group, leads it by 2. Stovid's been trying to get closer to that one as they head for home off 3/4 of 128 and 4 and into the stretch. JG's Pal has the jump on Stovid. Here on the outside, Supergirl Molly is now moved up into third from PL Stevie in fourth. JG's Pal still looking comfortable though, a 16th to go, and JG's Pal just cruising to the wire is going to take it. Stovid trying to hold second as Supergirl Molly comes up on the outside. Stovid does get that second spot. Supergirl Molly was third. PL Stevie was fourth. JG's Pal wins it in 157 and 4. Here come the horses for qualifier number 7. Older pacer set to go. They're off and pacing. JS Bet This Lady is looking to step ahead. Coming between horses is Stag Royal at the rail. Don't Mess with Molly holds ground. Also through the center comes Gentrify. Forest Princess will look to take down to the rail. And then it is Sweet Gadgets. So they head to the first turn. And JS Bet This Lady was quick off the wings. And here on the outside, though, looking to forge her way to the lead is Gentrify. Gentrify on the outside, though, going to need a little encouragement. 29-4 was the opening quarter. So it's JS Bet This Lady. Gentrify just didn't want to get to the lead there. They straighten into the backstretch, and Gentrify will be able to drop in second in front of Stag Royal, who lets that one in third. Then to Don't Mess with Molly in fourth, followed by Forest Princess, and the last one is Sweet Gadgets. So JS Bet This Lady ultimately ends up with the top spot, and we'll do the road work coming up to the half. Gentrify rides in second. Stag Royal is in third. They were by the half in a minute even. Pacers head on to the far turn, and JS Bet This Lady, the 5-year-old, is in front. Gentrify, 4-year-old mare riding second. Third is Stag Royal. Fourth around the far bend, Don't Mess with Molly. From the back now, Sweet Gadget gets underway, and then to Forest Princess. Out of the pocket now. That's going to be Gentrify. So Gentrify this time trying to confront JS Bet This Lady at 3/4. Is to that one's outside by that marker in 1:29.1. Gentrify on the outside. JS Bet This Lady was trying to match strides. Meanwhile, Stag Royal is following the new leader's path. Don't Mess with Molly's at the inside fourth. Then it's Sweet Gadgets and Forest Princess. Gentrify leading it. Right behind is Stag Royal. JS Bet This Lady's hanging in there. Gentrify at the edge of the tote board nearly to the wire. Stag Royal will finish a length and a half back. Gentrify, Stag Royal, JS Bet This Lady, then to Don't Mess with Molly, followed by Sweet Gadgets and Forest Princess, 158. Starting gate rolling, a field of 7, 3-year-olds and up on the pace for qualifier number 8. Carson's Buck and Go, Master of Fire, All-Star Bruiser, Happy Play, DA Let's Boogie, Bourbon County, and Surveillance. Here they come for the 8th. And they're off and pacing. Pretty even beginning across the board here. From the center of the track, DA Let's Boogie. Bourbon County Surveillance to the outside. Meanwhile, All-Star Bruiser comes on through. Master of Fire is down at the rail in front of Happy Play. And then to Carson's Buck and Go. So as they get into the first turn, still a few things to be decided here. On the outside is Bourbon County, who's trying to make it to the top. All-Star Bruiser gives way. Bourbon County to the lead. Opening quarter was 30-3. So they sorted it out, and as we come out of the first turn, Bourbon County, a 3-year-old son of Always Be Mickey, leads it by 2.5 lengths. All-Star Bruiser is in second. DA Let's Boogie is up the backside third. Then racing in fourth, that's going to be Surveillance. Back then to Master of Fire, who is followed by Happy Play, and the trailers Carson's Buck and Go. As they come up to the half, Bourbon County leads it, and it's Bourbon County past the midway point in a minute even. Heading on to the far turn, Bourbon County, who made over $150,000 in his rookie season. This is his first local qualifier of the year. He's up top by 2. All-Star Bruiser in second. DA Let's Boogie is third. Fourth remains Surveillance. Then in fifth, that is going to be Master of Fire, followed by Happy Play, and Carson's Buck and Go gets underway from the back to 3/4. Bourbon County gets a little bit of a confrontation here from All-Star Bruiser, who comes to the outside. 129-4 was the 3/4 clocking. They're into the stretch. Bourbon County and All-Star Bruiser set to square off here as they come to the 8th pole. On the outside is Surveillance trying to get into third. From DA Let's Boogie back into fourth. Bourbon County has turned away the challenge of All-Star Bruiser, and it's Bourbon County coming down to the wire to win it by about 3.5, 4 lengths. Finishing in second, that's going to be All-Star Bruiser. Third went to Surveillance over DA Let's Boogie, 158 flat. Final qualifier on this Friday morning. We'll see some older pacers square off a field of 4. Inside out, Ulysses, Southwind Infusion, Dragon on the Beach, and Irvin Hanover. Pacers for the 9th. Swing into the stretch, and here they come. And they're off and pacing. It'll be Dragon on the Beach and Irvin Hanover who come away 1-2. The stablemates out to the top. Ulysses is going to get away in 3rd, and Southwind Infusion will take to 4th. So it's Irvin Hanover to show the way by a couple of lengths on Dragon on the Beach. Ulysses 3rd, Southwind Infusion 4th, and they'll race to the opening quarter. Irvin Hanover and Louis Waugh, the Dave Maneri trainees. Irvin Hanover and Dragon on the Beach 1-2 by an opening quarter of 29-1. So Irvin Hanover returns to the track here this morning. We last saw him dominating to cap off 2024 with 4 consecutive victories, including a mile of 147-3 back on November 16th. He was just red hot to cap off the year. His return to the track here this morning, and he's cruising along off a 29-1 opener. Dragon on the Beach, the career winner of over $283,000, is second. 57-1 was the half-mile time, so they went 28 seconds in the second quarter. Meanwhile, Southwind Infusion has looped around on Ulysses to take over 3rd, as there's now 5/8 of the mile contested, and it's Irvin Hanover, Dragon on the Beach 2nd. Southwind Infusion has now moved up a little closer to that lead pair, and Ulysses is 4th to 3/4. Irvin Hanover coming by that marker off a half of 57-1, 3/4 time 125-2. So 28-1 3rd quarter. Irvin Hanover into the stretch. Dragon on the Beach has been following throughout. Southwind Infusion looking to stay with that top 2. And then back to Ulysses in 4th. It's Irvin Hanover and Dragon on the Beach. They were 1-2 throughout. That's how it's going to finish. Cruising to the wire, Irvin Hanover just doing it on his own with Dragon on the Beach a length and a half back in 2nd. Finishing 3rd with Southwind Infusion, and Ulysses was 4th. 153-1. For Irvin Hanover, 25-4 home. $27-4 was the final quarter there. 3/4 time, 25-2, not 28-2. 125-2 is 3/4. 153-1, 27-4 home for Irvin Hanover.